Well, hello everybody. Lisa Freeman here from stampingwithlisa.com, and I hope you guys are having an awesome day. It's kind of a weird time just to pop on, but I've been planning this like for the last couple hours and I just kept getting sidetracked. So hopefully some of you guys are on here instead of fixing dinner or doing other things right now. So I wanted to show you my card kit for this month. So this is my card kit in the mail, which is a new thing I just started last month. Since we haven't been able to meet in person, I decided to go ahead and do like a card kit in the mail for my customers or anybody else who wants to get it. So you can get this for free, the projects, the supplies to make the projects. Hey Cheryl. All you have to do is order the bundle, the Hydrangea Haven bundle, which is in the Spring Mini Catalog on page 19. So it's the stamp set and the dies. If you order that for $52, you would get the supplies to make these 3 cards for free, and I would mail them to you. So you would get everything except for the stamps and the dies. So I would send you all the paper and everything, and the ribbon and all that stuff. So here's the stamp set, a bigger picture of it on page 20. And today we're just going to be using one of the stamps, and then the dies also match with it. The main thing I'm going to be using today is the paper, which is absolutely beautiful. And let me show you what pieces that we're using. This is the main piece. And what I did for this is I just took my rectangular postage punch and just punched out some of these flowers. So I just would kind of cut around. You can kind of see how I did it. I just cut out pieces and then just punched out that part of it to get these pieces. So I would just go where I would see one, say I wanted this one right here, and then I would just punch that like that. And then I just did a bunch of those. So then there's more paper in here. I've used a lot of it, but it is the most beautiful paper. That's one of the pieces right there. And then the back is just plain. I didn't really use the back of too many of them because the fronts are so pretty. This is another one that I've chopped up. This had the flowers. That goes to another card that I'm doing. And then this one is a really pretty one. I did a card with one of these a couple weeks ago. And then we've got this one, which is beautiful. They're all beautiful. This is one of my favorite packs of paper ever. And you can tell I've used a lot of it. All right, so let's get started. Let me show you the actual. So we're going to be doing these 2 cards in a few days. Hopefully in the next couple days I'll be doing a video with them. But today we're doing this one. So let me show you exactly what we need. Oops, I'll just leave that out. All right, so we've got a piece of white cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5. A piece of Highland Heather, 5 1/4 by 4. A piece of Misty Moonlight, 5 by 3 3/4. And then I've got a bunch of small pieces here. So you need 3 of these. So 3 of the 2 1/8 by 1.5 Seaside Spray. And then you need 3 of these punched out ones. So 3 of those punched out, the designer paper. And then this little teeny tiny white piece, that's for the words. So that's what you need if you want to take a screenshot. Oh, and I forgot the ribbon. You need a couple pieces of linen thread, about 8 inches long or so, and then this is a piece of the Seaside Spray, what is it called? Scalloped linen trim, or linen ribbon, sorry. So that's what that looks like. So that is, let's see, about also 8 inches or so. So all the ribbon's about 8 inches. All right, so if you want to take a screenshot of that real quick, we'll get started, and I'll pick off all these Post-its. Such a gross day here. It's just raining and depressing. It's just a gross day. It's a good day to stay inside and stamp. All right, so first thing we're going to do is go ahead and glue this down to the back piece because we really don't have to do anything with this one. So we'll just get that out of the way. There's really not much stamping at all. This is an easy card. You can whip out some of these in no time, especially if you punch out all the pieces ahead of time. So just hold that on for a second. And then on the blue piece, we're going to be putting these right here And these just go on top, so I'm going to glue them down. First I'm going to look and kind of see which one I want to put where, and if I want to switch it around or do anything like that. I think that looks pretty good there, so I'm just going to glue these together. And I like this green glue to hold things better. I think it works a little bit better than the regular adhesive. The new seal tape, I'm just not a big fan of it for some reason. I know some people really like it, but I like our old snail adhesive better. I wish they'd bring that back. And then just stick that on there. I cut this so that there's an 1/8 of an inch difference in the size of the punch and the size of the paper. So it's just got a really thin border showing. Alright, so just get all those pieces glued down. And then we're just going to put it together. Hey Sharon. So I'm going to put these on just glued down flat. Yeah, just glued them down flat. Alright, so let's just make sure I've got it where I want them. And I think that looks pretty good. And then kind of situate it about, I'm leaving about an 1/8 of an inch border on both sides of this. And then space them out so it's about that much the whole way down. The good thing with this glue is you have not a couple of minutes, but about a minute that you can move it if it's not exactly where you want it. So if you need to scoot it over just a little bit, you can. But I think this is pretty good. Might have needed to put it just a teeny bit over, but that's all right. All right, so then we're going to stamp our words on a little teeny piece of white. And that is a really little teeny piece of white. It's only a 1/2 inch. It's just a little scrap I had, and I just grabbed it. And I said, that's perfect. And then we're just going to stamp the thank you right there in the middle. Oops. There we go. And this is Misty Moonlight ink I'm using. And that's one of my favorite colors right now. And then we're going to cut a little arrow out of that. There is a little punch now that we have that does these arrows, but when you have a little teeny tiny piece like this, it's hard to get it in there. So it's just easier to do it yourself. And I always go up the middle and then from side to side. So I'm going to put the ribbon on here next. That's going to go right around underneath where the flowers are. And I'm going to tape that just with regular adhesive right here. And just hold that down. The ribbon doesn't work too well with the liquid glue, so I use the regular one for that. Alright, and then I actually want to put a little glue dot under that ribbon just to hold it down better. So I'm just going to kind of stick that right under there, and that'll tack it down for me. And then I'm going to put the thank you on with dimensional right in the middle. Put that down here. And then I've got my ribbon, or my linen thread, I mean. So I've got 2 pieces. Whenever I do a ribbon or a bow out of the linen thread, I like to get 2 pieces and make a double bow, because then it's a little bit fluffier and fuller. And I just like the way it looks better, so I always use 2. So just kind of mess with it till you get it exactly the way you want it. And I always cut way too much ribbon or trim or twine or whatever I'm using. Then I kind of waste a little bit, but that's okay. It comes a lot. You get a lot on this. I think it's like 25 yards or something with 1 pack of the linen trim or linen thread. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to trim that off a little bit. It's like right there. And then I'm going to put that on with a glue dot. One loop's bigger than the other one. I just got to fix it. Okay. Alright, so put that on with the glue dot. And then you just put that right in the middle. Like so. I need to pull that just a little bit. one side is just bigger. Can't have a lopsided bow. Now I gotta trim it. Alright, and then we're gonna glue this down flat with the green glue. So this is really a pretty easy card. Not too much stamping, and you don't have to really cut much. You just gotta put everything together, and that's it. So if you have it all cut ahead of time, you could really make a lot of these all at once. Alright, and then we've got to put little pearls on. So what I did, this is the original card. I've got these little pearls on here. So I started with our regular pearls, and I took the Stampin' Blend. This is Light Misty Moonlight, and I just colored a bunch of them right here. So you just take it and color them, and you can color these whatever color you want with any of our Stampin' Blends. And I did one big one. So I'm going to put those, let me use my Take Your Pick tool. So you have this little sticky stuff down here that picks it up. So I'm going to put one wherever I've got a lot of white space left. So I don't think I'm going to use any big ones on this one. I think I'm just going to use little ones. Oops. Not picking it up. They're just sliding. Okay. Alright, let's put one here. And then another one. Well, this one doesn't have much room on here. Let's do one up here. And then I want one next to the thank you. And that should be good. So then we've got our pearls done. And then I want to squirt it with some shimmer spray. So this is my shimmer spray. It's mostly alcohol, 70% rubbing alcohol. And then you fill it up almost to the top. And then you add some champagne shimmer paint. And it comes in a little teeny jar. You just put a little bit in there and then just give it a good squirt, or 3 or 4. And then you can see all the sparkle I got all over my hand. But hopefully you can see that shimmer on there. Isn't that beautiful? I think this is such a pretty card. I love the colors that I used in this. It takes a minute for it to dry. And then when the alcohol dries, you can really see that sparkle on there. Right now it's still wet. Here's one. This one's dry. You can tell I'm still congested. I have the remains of COVID still. I have 2 more days of quarantine, and then I go back to work on Monday. So I've had a few days off just to sit at home and stamp. So I've come up with some really pretty cards that you hopefully like as much as I do. So these are the cards for today. So tomorrow or the next day I'll be doing these other cards. So make sure you tune in for that. And hopefully if you want to get this kit, all you have to do is order the Hydrangea bundle, and you can get these cards supplies for free. Or if you order the whole suite or any order up to or over $100, then you'll get 2 sets of them. So really, if you already have this, you can get this for $10, the supplies, if you already have the bundle. Thanks, Sharon. If you don't have it and you want to order, I would love for you to order from my website, stampingwithlisa.com. I'd love to have you as a customer. And also, if you already have it and you want to just place an order and get this kit, you can do that too. So any order of $50 or more will get you the supplies for the kit for those 3 cards. And then if you do an order of $100 or more, you can get 2 sets of each of the supplies to make so you'll get 6 cards. So I would love to have you do that. The deadline is the 20th. That's the last day that I'm going to offer it this month, because I can't just have it hanging around forever. So I just go ahead and however many people sign up, I'll just cut everything on the 20th and then send them out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and joining me this gloomy afternoon. Hopefully the weather where you are is nicer than it is in Chesapeake. But thanks again. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.